Now, the role in a user story reflects a very specific group of individuals that typically kind of do the same kinds of things. They're performing the same task. User role modeling is a mechanism or a technique for identifying potential roles. And maybe even be the minimum that you have to do to identify the who in your user stories. But if you're a product manager or UX designer, you're writing user stories in order to develop the next great product for your company, so you're not just focused on IT, but on a product that includes IT, you probably need more than just roles. You need to define personas as opposed to just roles. So what's a persona? Well, persona are user roles. The concept of personas originated in the world of customer-facing product development. So if your digital solution is meant to be used by thousands or millions of people around the world that are going to use your product, chatting with a small sample of that audience is not going to go far toward helping you identify the ultimate user experience. I'm talking apps like search engines. Think Google or Baidu. Social media sites like Facebook or Twitter, and also even standard applications, Microsoft Office, Adobe Suite, those kind of things. Or even internet sites that are going to be made accessible to the general public where you expect mass usage. The concept's kind of central to those involved in product development, in marketing, in design, product design, and in user experience design and so on. In that world, you really need to create a set of fictional characters that represent your target audience. These characters are called personas, and they are there's an extensively well-documented process for creating them. Although the concept of using personas has a lot of potential, it may not always be suitable just for defining the user story roles. Persona development requires a ton of research and analysis. That makes it very time-consuming, and it requires a lot of discipline. I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not the only approach for people who create user stories. Actually, any stakeholder is either part of a user role group or is a user role by itself. Stakeholder discovery is an additional technique that helps you identify roles that you might have missed. And during user role modeling, you can also use stakeholder identification as a replacement for user role modeling if you're developing an internal or business-facing product. However, it leaves a lot to be desired if your audience is a black box. So that said, I'd like to take a shallow dive into each of these three options to help you decide which one is going to be right for your particular situation.